if I look back, because this is now some years ago, if I look back, it has been one of the best periods in my life, in my working life and private life as well. I had no idea what the Chinese were. The only Chinese I knew before going there were the Chinese running Chinese restaurants. And they, what I found out, are mostly coming out of Wenzhou, which is a big town in China. But all the other 1.3 billion people I've not seen. And I think the Chinese are extremely friendly. They're warm. They're welcoming. They are very open-minded when it comes to other cultures. They're curious. They have an extremely cute humor. I've been laughing quite a lot with Chinese, even with Chinese on high level. If you can tell a good joke, they can laugh quite a lot. So the private life has been good as well. However, it is hampered, of course, by not being able to talk fluently their language. And their English skills at the moment that we were there were still relatively poor. Today, it is much better because more youngsters are learning English. So it is a little bit easier to communicate with Chinese than it was in the past.
You also had a driver and who drove you every day, and I think you had a lot of contact with your driver and also your family, right?
Yeah, right. He was a driver. I didn't choose him. They choose the company human resource manager choose him for me, so to say. And he has been driving us for 4 or 5 years. And that was an experience because he was not speaking English. I was not speaking in the beginning, of course, one word of Mandarin. So we were sitting 2 hours at least a day in the car to drive to and from the office at the edge of Shanghai. And we were living in the city center of Shanghai. So yeah, what are you doing? I was working, of course, in the car because there was a lot of work, but I was every day as well talking to him and trying to teach him a little bit English. And he was trying to teach me a little bit Chinese until the moment that my secretary said, Rijk, don't learn Chinese from Xiaoliu because he's Shanghainese, or he's speaking Shanghainese, not Mandarin. But we had great time together, and they were so welcoming. So he invited me at home. I've been, I think, 6-7 times at home, having dinner with him. He was living in a very small apartment. And then when my mother came to China, she was invited, my daughters as well. Every time there was a dinner, and they were living in a very humble home. But he was always very happy and proud to invite us and to show it to us. So we had a great time with him. And the funny thing is that his daughter, he had one daughter. His daughter studied at a certain moment in Holland. We took her to Holland, and we make sure that she could study here at the university in The Hague. So that was nice as well. That was something we could do back to her.